Welcome everybody to Diamond Zone. Good way to start the morning, right? Little Miley Cyrus. And the reason, obviously, we play that song. If you read the words, it's really the journey, not multi-level, not world global network, but anybody who's accomplished really anything in life. It's always a climb. It's never easy. And I remember my father-in-law saying that to me. He would say to me, "Hey, Jeffy, nothing's easy." And he's right. Anything worthwhile takes a commitment. It takes perseverance. And as you know, that's where we are as a company right now, is persevering through a lot of the things that we have challenges with. But you know what? Here's the good news. I mean, the shipping part of what's happening. I mean, I had somebody get their family pack in 4 days. I know there's still some backlog with some people and some challenges, but I will tell you, for the most part, it's been taken care of. So just a little caution though, guys. Still, when you sign up people, don't ever say 4 days. You may hear some stories like I just told you of 4 days, or people getting them in Trinidad in 7 days, but always just under promise, over deliver. Okay, I'm still saying, you know what, 30 days to get your product. If they get it sooner, which we know they will, they're going to be shocked. They go, wow, this company's great. Okay, but see, if you tell them 4 days and they get it in 5 days, it's a negative. So just make sure you set yourself up right, when you do this, because whenever I hear a group of distributors call me and saying, my people are so mad, they're shipping, it's taken them 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever, I said, well, what were you telling them? Okay, it always goes back to the top. See, we have some complaints, of course, okay, but for the most part, not like a lot of other people, because I set them up. I said, listen, just so you understand where we are as a company. And it might take you 2 months. I was saying that back because I knew to get your product. Do you still want to do this? Do you still want to be this visionary? Do you still want to be able to make money before you get your product? And if you set the expectation, it can't come back at you. So just a little nugget to help you guys. But like I said, things are way, way, way better. And hearing those stories of a product going out the same day is obviously music to my ears. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to continue, guys, the momentum. We've done a opportunity call every night since Sunday. Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the guest count is going up every single meeting. So we want to continue this theme. So tonight, you could see here, okay, if you guys would go down here and share this to as many people as you can, okay, and just invite. I appreciate everybody who's on the calls. But here is my challenge. I would love everybody on our call, Diamond Zone, right? Everybody to hold themselves accountable, right? To be able to get no less, right, than 3 guests personally on the call. There's something that Lisa taught me, okay? And I'll give Lisa credit. You guys know I always give her credit. Now, I'll tell this quick story. A lot of you know that when we were in our other company, it was a belly-to-belly business. And I used to travel a lot. I was in 5 cities. I was in 4 cities 5 days a week. We would go to different cities because that was how you did it. You had to go to the city and you had to do live events. And I was doing 4 meetings. And so when I first started going, we had a team. Right? We had a team of people, and people would invite, and I would be doing the presentations. But other people always want to plug in to what we did. I've always had, and my mindset has always been to give as much as you can, regardless if someone's in your group or not. Okay, and that's just always how we've done things. And there was a couple of meetings that, you know what, I would be doing presentations, but none of my people showed up. So in other words, I didn't have what Lisa said, money in the room. This has always been embedded in my head. And maybe some of you this will impact you like it impacted me. She said, listen, unless we have money in the room, you're not traveling. In other words, we got to be smart business people. Yes, I love that everybody can plug into what we do, but we have to hold ourselves accountable to make sure we have butts in seats. Because if I have a butt in a seat, that was the mentality back then I had the potential of earning money that day, right? Why would we ever do anything that doesn't earn us money? It's called money-making activities. And the only money-making activities that we can do is to get new people to see what we do, or get the existing people to keep purchasing product. You guys know the concept, right? People buy Helos, we make money. People download apps, which we don't really have any yet. Okay, we're going to be making money. People buy Biozen, we can make money. People buy the phone that we don't have right now, we can make money. People get on the loyalty, we can make money. Well, right now, we know the focus is new blood. All of us know this because we all are out there trying to build our base. And I've had these conversations with some people that, you know what, I have X amount of people on my team, but I only have X amount of team builders. And the number might be astronomical. I have 200 people on my team, but I only have 9 people that are team builder or team developer. Okay, so that's just the numbers. That's just the numbers. So it takes time to build the base. Okay, once you build the base, it's very hard for that base to ever lose momentum. I'll give you an example. Bally's had 4 million members for 20 years, but it took them 10 years to get to 4 million. But once the base came in, once they had the base, they maintained 4 million members. Even though a percentage of people would quit the club, you still always had all the salespeople adding new people, right? But the base always remained. But it took 10 years to build the base. How do you think Amway does $13 billion a year? How many people quit Amway every year? A lot. But how many distributors are adding new people? But the base remains. You got it? So it takes time to build the base. So what I was going through is this. When I was doing a meeting, I've always had the mentality, do we have money in the room? So when you're on these calls, when you're on the opportunity calls, here's what you got to ask yourself. Yes, I'm here and I'm supporting the call. I think that's great. I think that's a great start. But there's a time where you make the decision, not that you're not going to support it if you don't have a guest, but my point is you should always have money in the room. No matter what leader is doing an event anywhere around the country, if you're going to attend it, you got to hold yourself accountable. And what we always used to do when we went to an event, we would count how many people we had in the room. People in our organization. And in the beginning, it might be that you had one person sitting there. Great. But then eventually you go, you know what? I want a row of people sitting there. I want a section. I want an auditorium of my people. And so what does it start with? It starts with like tonight. Tonight is an event. You know, people say, I just love that business overview. I'm glad you love it. I love it. Okay, but did you make money last night? That's my question to you. Did you at least have somebody that was listening to the information? And then when you see a great presentation, no matter who's doing it, don't you sometimes hang up and go, God, I wish I had somebody on that call? That's what you have to do. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. So what time is it? 7 in the morning? Okay. When's the call? In 11 hours. So I'm just getting you to think now, money-making activities, if you knew, without a doubt, just think about this. If you knew for every person or every 10 people you got on, if you knew without a doubt that 50% would join your team, would you not work your butt off to try to get as many people as you can? If you got 2 people on, you knew 1 was going to do it. If you got 4 people on, you knew 2 was going to do it. Okay, so now you got to reverse engineer that, right? You got to reverse engineer. How many calls do I have to make? How many people do I got to reach out to? What do I have to do to get people on that call? That's the job, is to get people information, right? And so I always say, okay, remember I said yesterday, I'd rather have tried and failed than never have tried? Okay, what are you going to try to do today? And if we take out the word try, what are you going to do today? Just write it down. I will have 4 people on the call. I will have 2 people on the call. Okay, that's a good start. So now the rest of the day, you're just trying to do whatever you have to do to get people to watch the 2-minute video, make phone calls, so you could say, you know what, Jeff? I made money today. Can I ask everybody here a question? And I'm going off script like I always do, okay? If you bought a traditional business, would you expect to make money every day? If you had a traditional business with a storefront and you were funding it and you had employees showing up to the storefront, right? And you had inventory there that every day it sat there, you were losing money. Because if you had a storefront and a traditional business, right, you got to get the products moving into people's hands. Otherwise, every day it costs you money. Why? You got to pay for the lights. You got to pay for the rent. If you're in a mall or whatever it is, you got to pay certain fees there. There's overhead, right? So the overhead motivates you to make sure that business works. Because if you have a bottom line is this, if you have a traditional business, I'm just getting you to think like a business person, right? And your overhead, and I'll go low, was $10,000 a month. And in your hours of operation, you had your hours of operation, right? Because if you go to any business in America, when you pull up and you walk up to the door, whatever it is, don't they have their hours of operation posted? You know what that hours of operation is saying to you? Okay, it says, I must cover my overhead, and anything above my overhead is profit. So here's when you could come in to my place of business and give us money. That's really what it says. Okay, this is when we're accepting your money. This is when we will be exchanging our goods and services. Here's our hours of operation. Sound familiar? Okay. So would you ever, if you had a traditional business, expect not to earn money every day? Well, why is this different? Let me ask you, why would this be different? In the beginning, guess who's pushing the snowball up the hill? Because in the beginning, who do you have? You. And then what do we say? Get your first 2. Now you got you and 2 people with hours of operation. Then we teach those 2 how to get 2. So we can set their hours of operation. Maybe some of the people you bring in have an hours of operation that they're going to work 1 hour, 1 day a week. So on their storefront, they're going to say, I'm open Friday from 10 to 11. Should I be able to expect a lot of business from that store? No. But there's other people that have a large hours of operation. Jeff and Lisa are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're like Denny's. You could come and eat anytime with us. Okay, we're always open. Well, isn't it kind of funny? The people that are always open make the most money. I'm 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call me, I'll answer. Why? Because I'm open. My business is open. I like being open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But see, I'm not trying to let you think that this is what it takes. I'm just telling you, if you want to earn a lot of money, you got to expect certain things from yourself first. And so what did it start with? I talked to you about the franchise model yesterday, did I not? Every time I add a person, that's like a new franchise, right? And I'm opening up franchises all over the world. Okay, we opened another franchise in Trinidad yesterday. Another franchise was opened in Trinidad. We had another franchise open in Canada. Okay, that's how I look at it. Every time someone says, hey, I got a new person, I say, where's that person? And I put a little dot. Okay, Lisa has a board of where all our franchises are. Some franchises perform better than others, right? Isn't that not amazing? Okay, we have some franchises, we go, are they even open? Okay, are they open for operation? Okay, no. Maybe that franchise isn't ready to put their hours of operation on. Now, I say all that to say, just an analogy, because sometimes we think this is different than a traditional business. It's not. It's the same thing. But in the beginning, right, when we have these types of calls, it's allowing you to invite future franchise owners to understand what our business is. Hey, Mary, listen, I just started a business. Okay, you can't call it a franchise, by the way. I'm just using every time I sponsor a person, that is a money-making activity that could be producing for my business. Maybe all that franchise produces is they bought their family pack and they're on a consistent what? Loyalty program. So what could I expect if that person never ever introduces another person? All could I expect from that franchise every month is what? 30 points, right? Because if he did $59, doesn't 30 points live in the comp plan? Well, this is what you have to understand. That's all that franchise is going to ever produce. Now, if I want to duplicate that one person, I'm going to try to keep that person in long enough so maybe they lead me to another franchise owner that might start producing more, right? But why would I be shocked and expect that person to become a platinum when I know without a doubt he doesn't have any hours of operation? My point is, some of you are expecting people who are not going to do anything to do something. And you think by beating up those existing people, it's going to make them go to work. No, you just got to get them on the calls so they could then set the vision for themselves. Maybe somebody today are going to be saying, you know what, man, that training made sense to me. This is like a business. So I have to build my franchises. Did McDonald's start with 14,000 franchises? Or did Ray Kroc start with what? One. And then he said, you know what, let's perfect this one and let's teach people how to duplicate this. Welcome to multi-level. World Global Network has the system, and you're looking for people that want to flip the hamburgers. What are hamburgers? Helos, those are the hamburgers. What are the French fries? Biozen. Okay, what's the new Infolio phone? It's the new Big Mac, right? It's the same thing. People go, this is different. No, this is business. Multi-level marketing, the only difference is they take away all the traditional headaches. I don't have to have the employees flipping the hamburgers, right? I don't have to have the infrastructure costs, but I could be just as profitable. Forget about just as profitable. I could be way more profitable, right? If you knew you could be making $1 million a month, right? That's pretty profitable, right? Okay, now, how I got off track on that, I don't know. But you know what? I thought that was pretty damn good. Okay, so here's my point. Okay, hold yourself accountable to get people on this call. Now, guys, let me ask you a question. Not a question. Here's what I'm going to ask everybody to do on their chat line. Because unless you know where you're going, you're already there. Unless you know where you're going, you're already there, right? I see somebody, who is that? Okay, who's that? Papillion. How do I say that? Okay, whoever that, what's your first name? Papillion, what's your first name? I can hear you. Anyway, I see somebody driving. Okay, do you know where you're going right now? Or are you just driving aimlessly? You have a destination, right? Maybe you even put the destination into your navigation system. So you got in the car, you said, I need to go here, and you pressed it in. And it's going to tell you exactly where to go. Okay, go to this stoplight, make a right. Go up 500 feet, make a left. And that navigation system is going to take you to what you put into it, right? Okay, now, if you would you get in the car and just go, well, I'm just going to drive. I have nowhere to go, I'm just going to drive. Well, if you don't know where you're going, you're already there. You got to put in your navigation today, guys. And I'm going to challenge you. Okay, we talk every day, so let's be candid with each other. Do you have a plan for this month, for this pay cycle? Don't give me big numbers. I just like to see who has a plan. Who has a plan? And what level are you going to hit? Regardless, you're going to figure it out between now and Tuesday. Is it silver, 2,000 points? Is it platinum, 5,000 points? Are you going to requalify diamond, which is 10,000 points? Or maybe you're just somebody that said, I'm going to get my 2. I'm going to become team developer. Okay, use your chat. Let's see how many people even participate that have a goal. I'll read them later. Hopefully they all light up. But what is it you're going to make happen? Regardless, you're going to figure it out. But don't give me your big, I'm going to be presidential millionaire. Really? And I haven't gotten my first 2. I hate those types of goals. You know what I respect is someone that says, you know what, Jeff, damn it. Okay, I only have 500 up right now. But damn it, come hell or high water, you could count on 1,500 more points for me. I will be silver. Great. But now you hold yourself accountable. Well, how do I hold myself accountable to get there? Well, if I knew there was an event like tonight, I would invite like hell. Because what do you need in your entire team? On your pay leg, you would need what? 4 family packs? Do you guys know that? On silver, you need 4 family packs. If you want to get to platinum, you would need what? If the average was 500. Okay, if you had an average of 5, you need 10 family packs in your entire team. Let me ask you a question. How many people believe, don't answer, but how many people believe, okay, in your entire team between now and Tuesday, you could get 10 family packs? If you got everybody working. Well, Jeff, I don't have a team. Okay, would it be possible for one person to get 10 family packs? If you put the work in, it certainly is. But watch this. If you got 4 people on the call today, just thinking, and 2 got involved. Now I have me and 2 people working with 10 family packs. And what am I supposed to help those 2 people to get their 2? So there, just by tonight, if I got 2 who got 2, there's 6 people, 6 family packs. You think it's possible to get 10? It's just a plan, guys. And I'm challenging everybody. Okay, let's execute. Because if you start and you prove it to yourself, it's amazing what happens. It really is. It's amazing what can happen in your business. So do that, and let's see how many people so far. Okay, 32 people out of 92. So a third, isn't that amazing so far? A third, this is so funny. I just love this. Okay, what do we always say? And I'm not saying the other 60 aren't going to commit, okay? But maybe they just don't want to put themselves out there. But I always say, out of a group of people, a third will do nothing, a third will incubate, and a third will commit. Okay, so let's see if our numbers go up of the people that say, you know what, I'm going to commit to this number. Because you're on the call, which means you got to be somewhat motivated. I don't think you just want to hear my damn voice every day. You certainly don't want to see my face. Okay, I get it. You're here for information. You're here to go, you know what? I want to better my business. I'm sure you could think of other things to do for this hour or a half hour, whatever we do every day. But see, that's what I like to provide. I know the struggles a lot of you go through. So let's just say you struggled yesterday. You know what I want to do? I want to say, so what? Who cares? You want me to tell you my struggles yesterday? I did 2 horrible 3-way calls. Okay, they weren't set up right. I did a launch meeting that was a disaster. Okay, the person said, I'll have 20 people on, he had 2. Okay, at least he tried. Okay, but to me, okay, I took an hour for 2 people. Did it make a difference? No, those 2 people would never know. Yeah, I still gave my all out, but at the end of the day, I go, well, wait a minute. What? And I call back the person, I go, what did you do? He goes, well, I gotta tell you, okay, I didn't reach out to as many people as I wanted to. Okay. So was that considered a bad day? No, I had activity. It just didn't produce what I wanted it to produce yesterday. So am I gonna, is that gonna dictate what I do today? No, because I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be excited, I'm gonna listen to Miley, I'm gonna put Bruno Mars on later, or I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna find a way to get myself excited. Do you know that's your job, by the way? Your job is to get yourself excited every day. What makes you excited? Is it a song? Is it maybe reading something from a personal development book? What gets you in a good mood? That's a good key right there. Get yourself in a good mood. And if you're doing phone calls or you're doing text, okay, see, we're up to 50% commitments now. See, it's getting better. This is a good group. Whatever that may be, if you're doing whatever you're doing for the day, if you're getting good results, put the pedal to the metal. Keep going. It's called momentum. If you increase your momentum, you got to ride momentum. It's called riding Big Mo. Well, let me give you another hint. Okay, after I had 2 3-way calls that didn't go well, and 1 bad launch meeting, and then I got a negative response from somebody I thought was going to do it. Okay, I looked at that, and that was all within a 2-hour period. I got bad, 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 in my opinion. Okay, it can never be bad because I was still doing activity. I just want you to understand this. So you know what I did? I said, you know what? Stop. I'm going to stop the bad momentum. I got to get now Jeff remotivated. So what did I do? I stopped and I went to work out. Watch this. If I would have had good, and great results, I would have never worked out yesterday. I would have kept riding that. But when I came back, right, I had to do something for Jeff to remotivate. Okay, oh yeah, who motivates the motivator? Okay, think about that one. Okay, so understand, I had to come back, then I go, okay, new start. And then I started again. And guess what? I got some good results. But if I'm getting good results, I'm going to keep riding those results. If I'm not, I'm going to stop, take my time out. Okay, I need a 20-second timeout. My 20-second timeout is an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym. I got to do it. If Jeff's not right, how am I going to go out there and portray, right, that everything else is perfect? No, you got to make sure you're right every day first. Every day. Every day. What's going to get you excited to do what we just talked about today? I haven't even gotten into the slides. Forget the slides today. I don't care. I'm just going to take a little bit more time. Okay? I want you to hold yourself accountable. That's all. There's a time and place where you go, got it. You might be a new person going, this guy's nuts. What if a brand new person is getting on this call today? Okay, we change up the trainings every day, guys. We do basic, but then there's a time, right, where you got to take people to the next level. Some of you are waiting. Some of you need to put together your hours of operation today. When are you open? When is your store able to do business? How many franchises are on your team? Do I better my chances to hit my goals that a lot of you just wrote that I haven't looked at yet with 1 person or 50 people? Well, how do you get 50 people? Okay, you got to add what? Do we know the number? 20 on my left, 20 on my right. Okay, let's just close with that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, good idea, Jeff. Okay, here you want your structure? You want the structure? Here's your structure. 20 people left, 20 people right. Right? How many teams you got? You got a left team, and you got a right team. A lot of you have seen this, some of you haven't, okay? This is your structure to get to no less than $20,000 to $50,000 a month. 20 left. Now remember your income disclosure. There it is, right there. 20 left, 20 right, personally sponsored. I need 40 franchises. Why? Why do I need 40? To get momentum. I can't get momentum with 2 people in my system every 6 months. I'm going to add 2 new people every 6. You're never going to get Big Mo on your side, guys. You got to get a group of people in. Why? Because the numbers then fall out. Until you have the base of people, the numbers won't ever fall out to find out who's really serious. Now, here's the good news. This should be done in a 6-month period. 20 left, 20 right. Okay? Now, if you do it faster, we did this in our first pay cycle. People say, well, how did you earn the kind of money you earned in your first week? Well, because we put a group of people in fast. But if you did it in a 6-month period, you're going to get momentum. So watch what happens. On each side, 6 to 8 people. Let me try to write this. That says 6 to 8. 6 to 8 on each side that you bring in. Remember the momentum? Well, here's the momentum they're going to create. They're going to do nothing. 6 to 8 on each side will do nothing. Nothing. Zippo. Don't worry about them. You don't treat them any differently. Maybe some will quit, but some will just do nothing. 6 to 8 on each side. Right? These are franchises, are going to be frozen. You could say incubate, you could say frozen. Whatever you want to call it. But you have another, so out of 20, 12 to 16 on each side will either do nothing or be frozen. Now, what's a frozen person? There might be some frozen people on this call right now. You're on, but you really know when you get off the call and you look yourself in the mirror, you're saying to yourself, I'm really not doing anything. I know I get the information. I don't know what the hell's holding me back. Well, those are frozen people. Maybe something's going to spark you where you become unfrozen. And you'll go out there and maybe get 2 people on the call and one gets involved and it reignites you. Now you're unfrozen. Do you see what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with where you are. The problem is if you stay there, if you're not happy with your results, then there's a problem staying there. Okay, then here's where you get traction. The next 6 to 8 people that you have brought in out of 20, on each side, commit to build it big. You got, out of 20, you got 12 to 16 doing nothing, but now you got 6 to 8 on each side building. These are the ones that will commit to doing their 2020. This is traction. This is traction. And out of 6 to 8 on each side of their building it big, 1 to 2 on each side, you will surface people that really want to accomplish a lot of things in this company. That's called superstars. There's your numbers. Now, I know we reversed engineered this before, right, with how to get to diamond. How do I get 20 people left, 20 people right? Remember that? Remember that? How many people do I have to commit to first base? 360, right, to get 20 family packs? Because out of 360 people you got to first base, you guys know what first base is, right? Getting people to watch the video. Not getting people the information, getting people to watch it. Out of 360, 180. 180 will commit to second base, which is to watch a live webinar or a recorded webinar. And out of the 180, 90 might want a 3-way call. And out of that, you'll get 45, right? 45, and this I'm talking about your entire group, family packs. But I'm talking about, remember, this is the difference here. 20 and 20 is your personal sponsors. This is not your group. Wonder how much business you do, right, when you put in 40 people and you got 12 to 16, 6 and 8 on each side, building big. Now you got the structure to go presidential millionaire. Until this is done, why would you beat yourself up? See, I hate that. This is not working, Jeff. I love that one. It's not working. Well, hang on a second. How can this not work? I just told you if you put 20 left, 20 right, it's going to work. So it's the it working it that has to work. Who's the it? You. You're the it. It's starting with what? Putting together your hours of operation. That now you can hold yourself accountable. And I got to get information to people's hands so I can add more franchises. And I have this great event tonight at 6 o'clock to move people into, right? So they receive the information, so then I can know whether to cross them off my list because they said no, or maybe they join my team. Love it. So exactly half of the people that are on the call put together a list. So I'm going to add that up. After this call, I'm going to add up the numbers and let's see. But remember, I said to put down your number that regardless, you're going to figure it out. Remember yesterday, figure it out? Come hell or high water, I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Watch what happens when you go for it. Just watch what happens. So guys, okay, I got off script, okay, but that's okay. We'll pick it up tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Friday? Is tomorrow open mic Friday? Okay, maybe we'll talk about goals tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about what needs to happen in the last 3 days. We'll figure it out, right? We'll all figure it out. But I appreciate all of you guys, all the new people that joined the call today. Welcome. Okay, this is what we do. we just want to make sure we have our finger on the pulse with all the people that are on this call. So let's see all the friendly faces. All right, everybody wave to me as we leave. Yay, look at everybody. Where's the orthodontist person? Oh, look at Nikki. Nikki's so sweet. Hi, Nikki. Okay, there's Tanya. I told you, I feel this is like Romper Room. Remember Romper Room? Okay, I see Tanya, and I see Mindy, and I see Shaylisa, and I see Bruno, and I used to remember that if she didn't say my name, I go, oh my gosh, she didn't see me. And some of you are going, what the hell is Romper Room? Well, that's okay. I know what it is. Hey guys, thank you. Bye. See you tonight. Pack the house. All right. How do I stop my meeting? There we go. Pause recording. Stop.